Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for our live collaborations on a digital biz collaboration with Wrath. And I'm your host. Thank you so much for this morning. And this collaboration is all about bringing you the insights and the journey of our digital business partners. And here, before we get this started, I have a special guest I want to introduce to you also. But like I said, before we get started, I like to know where you are tuning in from. Let us know if you have any questions. Please do not hesitate to ask because we are here to share and inspire and answer any inquiry you may have. So this morning, our special guest all the way. Her name is Adela, and she is from Nigeria. And she's a mom of two beautiful daughters and a federal government worker as well. And now she is venturing into the digital world. So here we have Adela. So, Adela, can you introduce yourself and share us a little bit about your background, your families, and what really inspired you to join the online digital business after a long career of the government employee?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sis Rat. And good
Hmm.
afternoon from Nigeria. It's past 3 p.m. here in Nigeria. So good afternoon from Nigeria. Like she said, my name is Adiola Tolushe. I'm a Christian, I'm a wife, I'm a mom of two beautiful girls, ages 3 and 5. So like I used to say, I have two toddlers. And I used to work for the federal government of my country. I worked for 14 years, but last year I was able to retire early, and now I
Hmm.
focus on taking care of my young family and running this business fully by the side.
Hmm. I see, I see. Um,
And
so
well, I'll tell you a little bit.
Go ahead, go ahead. It's a little breaking up, so breaking out a little bit. So can you explain a little bit more? Hello? I cannot hear you. I think we have a little difficulty right here. The Wi-Fi connection doesn't really go through. So hang in there, everyone. Hello? Hello? I am not able to hear you at all. Um, okay, I think I might hear you.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. So
Okay.
as we were saying, I can you introduce a little bit about yourself,
Okay.
um, you know, your background, your families, and pretty much what inspired you transition from your long career in the I mean, not postal, in the federal government, being a full-time, now being a full-time entrepreneurship. So, and tell us
Okay.
all about it.
Okay, all right. So sorry about that. Okay,
It's
so
okay.
like I said, my name is Adiola Tolushe. I'm a Christian, I'm a wife, and I'm a mom of two beautiful girls, ages 3 and 5. I used to work for the federal government of my country. I worked for 14 years, but last year I retired. So now I'm a stay-at-home mom, taking care of my young children and running my business fully by the side. And what inspired me to have my own business was I've been married for 17 years, and out of the 14 years, 11 years out of the 17 years rather,
Mhm.
my husband and I, we had difficulty with having children, and
Mhm.
thankfully the children came. And while we were waiting for children, one of my prayers to God was that, God, if you give me those children, I want to be able to raise them in godly ways. And
Mhm.
when the children came, I knew that I had to be there for them. I had to be at home to raise them well the way I wanted. And at some point, my work was interfering with that, going to
Mhm.
work early and coming back late. And so I decided that, oh, I needed to start looking for something that would give me that time freedom. And about 2 years ago, I came across an ad. I saw a Jamaican from Canada that was talking about, how he was able to how he's raising his children in godly ways. That resonated with me, and
Mhm.
I decided to listen to what he had to say. I saw the free webinar that I was talking about, and like they say, today is the rest is history. And today I can stay home with my children while I run my business, and I can walk away from that job that was like keeping me away from them. So I'm thankful for this business that has given me that opportunity to be able to stay with my children and then still run the business by the side.
Oh, wow. So how do you balancing, responsibility of being a mom with the two young ladies, and being a
Okay.
wife? And
Okay. So I wouldn't say it's all rosy, you know, but then I'm just able to when they are in school. Thankfully, they attend school, but they are on holidays now, and so you can hear them in the background. So
Mhm.
when you are in school, I take time to run my business and do other things I want to do, and then when they come back from school, we have to go over school work, stay with them till they go back to work, and then I'm able to do some things before I sleep. So basically, for me, it's just prioritizing things in order of importance. When it's time for
I
me to be
see.
mommy, I'm mommy, and
Mhm.
when it's time for me to work on my business. So it's just getting that balance by having that time management to be able to do that, and also trying to get the me time, the self care time, so that I don't get burnt out. So that's how I try to manage them.
Well, that's amazing how you able to, juggle it all like that. And I, by you retired too, that's give you more time to do the business, more time with your children, your family. That's is more manageable, I would say, And I'm
Exactly.
glad you take that, initiation of taking a step forward in joining doing the business and, having time for your family. So that is a plus.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit how, share some of your biggest challenge that you face when you first start your own online business and how did you overcome these challenge? How do how do you obligate it to it? I mean, how do you do it?
Okay. Okay. So before I started this online business, I've done some offline businesses, and
Oh.
yes, yes, and they were not like as successful as I would, and some were successful, but they were time consuming, and I had to leave them because of my children, and then because of COVID, when things were on standstill. So, and then, but one of the things that I was looking for while I want decided I was going to run my own business was to have a mentor. I had
Mhm.
while I was running those businesses, I had looked for mentors, coaches. I had even paid, but then they were
Mhm.
not giving me what I expected from them. I was, like to mentor me, to show me, to guide me. Really, I was looking for
Yes,
guidance,
yes.
and a lot of them were a bit sneaky about it. And so, for me, I was like, any business I was going to do, I was going to make sure that if they said they were going to give me a mentor, I was going to get a mentor. And so, one of the things that endeared me, or one of the things that made me to start this business was the promise that I will have a mentor and a coach. And I found out. and I discovered that it was true. So for me, that was one challenge that was solved for me. That having that mentor and the coach. And also, I'm not a social media person. Before I started the
Mhm.
business,
I
I
see what
only
you're
come
saying.
on. I only scroll through Facebook, and maybe once in a year, on my birthday, I post something or not. So when I knew that I was going to be like this business, you have to it's about using social media to earn income. It was
Mhm.
like I was a bit worried that how was I going to do it, and then also
Mhm.
I could just do basic things tech wise, and I'm like, I'm not so tech savvy. This is online space. You have to have the skill set and all. So that was also like a challenge for me. But thank God I'm grateful for the training side that we have, that is video based, because for me, I'm a pictorial learner. I
Mhm.
remember things that I see. So it was a huge blessing for me, and it was some of the challenges, the obstacles that I was able to clear on my way, because of the video based training. I could learn skill set, because of that. And now I'm not so tech savvy, but at least I can do the basic things, and then
Oh,
also I'm much better. I know how I started and where I am now. I can do go lives. Before I was so scared, but because of the support I got from the community, my mentor, my coach, other business partners, I'm able to do go lives now even without thinking about it. I would just go behind the camera and I'm talking. So, but the most important thing for me was to change my mindset and have the
mhm.
can do mindset that if others are succeeding in this business, I would also succeed. And so I needed to just change my mindset that I was going to do well. I was going to give it everything it took. And here I am now, to the glory of God.
Well, I'm so glad you joined. I'm so glad you took that step, into it. I know fear is always in the way, doubt is
Yes.
always in the way. And I
Mm,
can relate it with you as well. When I first started, I have quite a challenge because I wasn't a tech savvy myself. I wasn't a
mm,
social media person. I was new, kind of basically walked into this blind as well. But the
mm,
facts that our online business provide the mentor, the coach, and the community, it helps me to get through it. And like you mentioned that you try online business before, and many, many, many years ago, I think even the time when since I didn't even have kids, okay? Well, I have three grown kids, okay? So the time that I didn't have kid, I tried a networking, but it wasn't online. It was offline, and I didn't get the support. I did not get the
mm,
mentor, the coach, and there was a lot of investing in uh, inventory, and believe it or not, all I do is just spending money and inventory everywhere. But I didn't really, m- you know, I didn't do well. I didn't get the help that I supposed to. There was no such thing as a support community, support group, or mentor anything. So I end up leaving it and not doing no more. It didn't work out. So you were right. This is a community that really helpful, that really help to see each and everyone succeed. And it's everybody is working for themselves, but they're not working alone. They're working with all of us, helping one another in the community. So I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful for this online business community and the whole 199,000 right now. Oh my goodness, we're almost reaching 200,000. Oh, wow. I totally almost forgot about that. Well, and I'm so glad. And I'm glad to see you also here. And tell me, um, when you first started, how does your family feel about it when you mention to them um, your
Okay. So I'm thankful that I don't have a skeptical spouse. He
okay?
didn't understand. Funny enough, he didn't really understand what I was doing, but he didn't stop me from doing it. And then, I my sister also saw the business, And so she was like, okay, I don't want to do it. I don't have the time. But if it's something you want to do, I think this is interesting. So I'm grateful that I have the support of my family. At least they support me. So I didn't have skeptical spouse that said no. He just trusted that I knew what I was doing, and like, I don't understand what you're doing, but it's fine if that's what you want to do. And I think everybody is beginning to come around. Like, my children understand that mommy is always behind the camera, so now they understand. And even my firstborn, she's age 5. And then when she sees me, like, oh, mommy, come, let me take your picture.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
so cute.
she'll take my phone. I'm like, mommy, let me take your picture, you know. And then when I'm on, like, you can see they were playing, but when they realized I was doing a live program, they went into the room and they're quiet. So I've been fortunate that I have people that support me. So I'm thankful
Mhm.
for that.
And you know what? Even in the interview session like this, I don't mind if your children or your kids want to show, say hello or join us. It doesn't bother me at all, because your family, your kids will always be a part of you, and this is an online business that you're doing this because that you want to have spend time with them, and you want to let everybody know that it is doable, and it's best for parents that have little kids, and even not just little kids but a single, empty nester, or a career woman or career person. Is all doable for every individual that are interested in looking for an extra income, like looking for, to balance their lifestyle, work and family and everything. This can be, you know can fits in those category as well. So it doesn't just only for, a certain age group or anything like that. We have from all walk of life and all group age, and even at 60, 70 years old are still able to do it as well. And such as for me, I, in my government uh, employee, government job, I have about, I would say, about 5, 6 more years to get an early retirement. But, like I said, I'm working toward it and hoping that I will get out within that time soon, and I have this online business to run full pace. So thank you so much. And I want to know, you know, you said you've been in the business about nearly almost 2 years of experience in the online industry. Um, so, what kind of advice would you like to give to mom who is considerate starting their own online business while juggling the family commitment, similar to your situations?
Yeah, thank you. Like, I was my post this morning is that if you want the difference between the people you want what they have and you is
Mm,
that they got started, or they started something. So for me, what I would advise moms to who are looking like to they have so much on their plate, and they're looking
mm,
for a way to make life easy for them. I'll say that the best thing is to start your own business. There's
mm,
nothing like, if you say, like, I tell people that it's better to work smart than to work hard. Working hard is getting more jobs, and when you do that, you just see that you're paying more taxes. So it doesn't mean more. It doesn't mean more income, as it were. And then also it means that taking more jobs will take you away from your family. And I don't think any mom wants to be away from their family more than is needed. So I would advise you, just like, if I didn't take that step 2 years ago, I wouldn't be here with my children running my own business. So if you want this kind of life, I'm not special. This can be you too. So, but what just made it different for me was that I took that step of faith. I was bold about it. I was scared. Yes, I started scared, but now I'm thankful that I started. My dreams are being. I'm living my dreams. The goals I'm setting. I'm meeting them, all because I was bold enough to start something for myself. So if you want to live life on your own terms, this is an opportunity for you to do that. Start your own online business. And in the next 2, 3 years, you'll be thankful that you took that step just like we did.
Definitely. Thank you for that amazing answer. And I totally agree. I would have to say to all of the ladies or the ladies and gentlemen that are thinking about considering an online business is to take that one first step, that leap of faith. Uh, if you don't really know what is what, question us, put in the comment, let us know what you have in mind. We are here to answer anything that you need to know, and we can also guide you and send you to a webinar info session. Actually, tonight, if I'm not mistaken, is tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know about your time over there, but
It's 1 a.m.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but the
they,
beautiful thing is that they can always catch the replay. That's the beautiful thing
yes,
about
and you can always catch a replay, and this way it'll help give you all the information about it and our business platform, and we'll tell you everything in there, and you get to hear a testimonial as well. So, first thing I can say is take a leap of faith and basically learn all about it, and before you dive into it, at least learn about it, and it is something free, and you can watch anytime you want. Okay. So if you have any more words you want to leave behind for our guest, Adela, please, you know, say your last word to all of them before we let them go.
Okay, I would say I'm going to end with this quote that the best time was 20 years ago, like they said, and the next best time is now. So take that leap of faith, start something for yourself. This is something that you can leave for your children, that you can generate.
Definitely.
It gives you generational wealth. And I think the dream of every parent is to be able to leave something for their children. So this is it. You can't leave your job for your children, but you can definitely transfer this business to your children. So this is an amazing opportunity for you to live life on your own terms. So don't hesitate to take this opportunity we are presenting to you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You said it all right there. It's something that you can leave a legacy for your children, for your loved one. It's like a will. How about that?
Yeah.
It's definitely like a will. And I don't know about any other business would do that to for you to leave a will. You making money while you learning, while you online, and able to leave that legacy and pass down to your next generation. So this is something that all of you should really think about it besides just, your 401k or something like that, So consider checking us out. What if any one of us resonate with you, please let us know. We'll be glad to help answer any of your question or send you a link, your own personal link to watch our free info session, live or replay. All right. Well, I believe this we're doing pretty good at this time. So I'd like to say goodbye to all of you. And Della, thank you for this morning for joining
Thank
me.
you for having me.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
totally appreciate it. So I will hopefully we'll see each other on the next session. Okay.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.